I'm not below you. I'm right here with you. We did how many? 4 shots?
You did 4 shots.
We is me is we, and we the big three. We on here again with another episode. Unsolicited Counseling Podcast. I'm drunk. Jermaine's faded. Catherine's
Tipsy?
she's tipsy. She's
She's
a
Swifty.
fan. She's Swifty and
She's
Swifty.
Swifty.
She's Swifty. Shout out to Rick and Morty. Have you seen that, Catherine? Rick and Morty?
Of course I have.
Are you a big fan?
I wouldn't say big fan, but I'm...
Cancel off the podcast. No, I'm just joking.
No,
I'm kidding.
That hurt deep.
Damn. You give me good summer energy. I feel like you're Summer, Jermaine's Morty, and I'm Rick. I feel like I have big, drunk Rick energy, also known as Big Dick Energy, aka Pickle Rick, aka Cancel Me because I'm drunk right now. What the fuck is happening?
We haven't even introduced the episode. Welcome to the Unsolicited Counseling Podcast. He got there and then stopped at the finish line. We're your hosts. I'm your boy Jermaine.
I'm
I
Catherine.
don't let people finish. First of all, I come in. Yo, wait. I'm Martin, by the way. But I heard a great joke today, and I want to share it. Can I please?
Wait. And then our other host.
She said she's Catherine. You don't listen to women, Jermaine. That's your problem.
You cut her off.
I did not.
I tried to jump in and go second today, shaking things up a little bit.
Yeah, I was ready for it. She shake it off like Taylor Swift. Or shake. Is it shake it off? Shake it up. Shake. No, that's
Taylor Swift. The haters wanna hate. Anyways, finish your story before we go into the Taylor Swift.
All right. Yeah, this episode we're gonna start talking about music, the state of music today. Taylor Swift dropped an album. There's a lot of rap beef going on, and we want to talk about a little about what we're listening to. But before we get into all of that, I have a joke. Why? Sorry. Why is Barbie not pregnant?
Why?
Because Ken came in another box.
All right, you're ready with the dad jokes.
You guys
I don't
didn't
know if
add
that's
my name
inappropriate. That's appropriate though.
You guys
What's
didn't
that?
add my name to the podcast yet, right?
Hey,
Yeah,
you know
fair.
another joke?
You want to hear a joke? Catherine was her name. Oh, no. I'm kidding. That was mean. That was too much.
I'm gonna remember that one. That's good though.
Bro. No man, she got ammunition for this episode anyway. So, guys, welcome to the episode. Like Martin said, we're gonna be talking about the state of music today and how it makes us feel, what we got out of the music, the beef. Catherine, what is Taylor Swift's album name? I'm so sorry.
Are you guys
What's the name of the album?
Okay, the Tortured
Poets.
Tortured Poets
Right?
Department.
Oh, show it. Let's see it. So it's the Tortured Poets Department.
On the back, it says, "You don't get to tell me about sad." That's why I picked this one.
We need to stop marketing on depression, okay?
Hold up. Time out. That's why you picked it. You don't get to talk to me about sad. Can you please expound on that for our listeners?
Wait, what?
Why did you pick the one that said you don't get to tell me about sad?
That one spoke to me when I read it. It was good.
Are they all different?
There are 4 different covers with bonus tracks.
What?
Wait.
Time out. I didn't know we had an artist in our midst. So you're telling me that there are 4 different albums? Like, they have 4 different bonus tracks?
If you buy the physical one, yeah. 4 different bonus tracks, and they all have different, art on the cover. Like a different picture.
Go ahead, Jermaine.
All right. Yeah. Look, the meanest delay is happening right now, so I'm not sure. So on Spotify, are there all the bonus tracks there?
Yes, on Spotify.
Okay. So
Yeah,
she
remember
was a
we were talking
marketing
about
machine.
we were talking about how it was like a 2 hour album.
Yeah,
It's
so
you get the fun.
that was the surprise. Like she produced the actual album and it came out at midnight, and then at 2 a.m. she said there are basically two albums with 30 tracks.
Look, listen, I'm 32 years old, bro. My time, like, I gotta get 8 hours of sleep, an hour and some change is workout. I got 8 hours at work, and then I gotta eat. I gotta cook. I gotta commute. You gotta tell. I gotta do like my hustle. Like, come on, man. 2 hours. Like on weekends, I want to rest, man. Well, granted, this weekend will probably been a good weekend, but I was recovering from a hangover, hanging out with my
Oh, what happened this weekend?
this past weekend. All right. So this past weekend, Martin and I, well, originally I went to go to a new spot my coworker told me about. Went there. I was gonna have a couple of drinks, head back home. Martin cashed in his free admission ticket that I gave him for his birthday, which means I gave him a ticket, and I wrote on the back of the ticket. I said, "This is a no flake ticket, so he can cash it in anytime, and I can't say no to whatever. Like if I'm like in bed or somewhere else, he was like, I gotta cash in my ticket. So
If he's in bed, I'm right there with him.
I'm done. I'm done with it. So we hung out, we went out, drank a lot. So mostly Saturday, I was in bed until like noon. So I was like, I'm dying. So honestly, Catherine, you're right. 2 hours. I could have used the 2 hours while laying in bed to listen to the album. But okay, enough about me. What was your favorite track? What do you think about the album, first of all? Like, do you think this is your new replacement to what was your old favorite album from Taylor? And you can't say all of them. Don't you gotta pick one. Not top three. You gotta go to your,
Pretty hard to pick one.
how many albums does she have?
Real fan would know. It's 13.
Mm, I heard it was 11.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 11.
No, that's the girl from Stranger Things. Good try though.
All right. To answer your question, I think currently this album really goes. It speaks to what I've been going through recently. It's a lot of emotions, a lot of breakup tracks, and songs about relationships. It's really mature. So, yes, I think that right now I have been listening to this nonstop. It brings up a lot of feelings, and yeah, I've appreciated it. I told you, okay, so to go to your 2 hour thing, I told you guys earlier on album release days, my brother and I usually listen to them together at midnight.
Mhm.
I got scared. I was awake at midnight. I saw it and I was like, I can't do it.
You got scared? What do you mean you
I
got
did.
scared?
I knew it was going to be a lot of feelings. So I ended up buying it. I drove and then listened to it on top of like a little hike and mountain here. And yeah.
Mm.
And did you like express? Did you feel all the feels on top of the mountain? Did you let any emotions out from listening, or was you just like bottle it in until you hear it a second time?
So this is my thing. Uh, I know that everyone has a feeling about Taylor Swift. They like her, they don't like her. The lyrics in this are really, really good. Why are you making that face?
Well, I can't imagine anybody not liking Taylor
Oh
Swift.
my gosh.
Like that's insane.
It's
So
wild, bro.
All she does is drop banger after banger after banger.
I heard you better than Queen Bee. All right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Go ahead. Go
Bro,
ahead.
don't do this to the Beehive. Don't do this to the
I
Beehive.
ain't look. I ain't trying to get stung, bro.
Right? You get too close, you get stung.
I get swept away by the Swifties. I get stung by the.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
all right. Well, you guys talk about your music. I'm done then talking about mine.
Oh no, no! I want to hear like before we get to our music and the state of hip hop right now, which is a cluster. Um, What is your you told us before the pod your top three songs. What can you let the audience know and why from this album?
No, so to like piggyback off what I was saying, if you look at just the lyrics, even without the music or anything, the lyrics are really, I don't know, I think that they're very artistic and they are poetic in a sense. My personal top three: Down Bad, You Can Do It With a Broken Heart, and Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. But it also changes a lot. I would say
Oh,
give those three a listen, though.
yeah, those things was it. Okay, so I listened to Down Bad.
Yeah.
All right, talk a little about Down Bad, and then we'll move on to the next one. So, what made Down Bad so good for you? Like, what spoke to you? Other than the fact the title means you're down bad.
I feel like, sorry, I know Kanye fan jumping in. Oh no, this is a problem. But I'm looking at the lyrics per Catherine's suggestion,
Mm-hmm.
and the first line that hit me was, "Fuck it, if I can't have us, I might just not get up. I might stay down bad. Fuck it, if I can't have him, down bad." That is the most disgusting thing I've ever read in my life. Like, if you a simp, just say that. But for most people in their soft guy era,
Look,
we don't tolerate this down bad thing, right? Like, there needs to be a mutual appreciation for each other. You can't be all in right away. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just me. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm done.
all right, continue. Finish the thought of the down bad thing, Catherine. Then we'll go to.
All I can say is if you've been there, you know.
Okay. Okay, so this is like, all right. So I listened to the album at least 8 tracks.
Did not listen to the
I
album.
listened to 8 tracks. I listened. I said I listened to 8 tracks. When Florence and Machine. All right, look, I was mad when they said Post Malone was first track. My man was just moaning the entire time, and then like maybe 30 seconds in, because I was like, "Hey yo, Post, hey yo, Post gonna be here." I had that man in since what is it, John Wick? My man was on some movie. I was like, my man hasn't made
He
movies.
was on Roadhouse. Roadhouse.
He was on Roadhouse. I was like, man, my man hasn't made music in years. What are you about to do? He basically Kid Cudi. I was like, what? This man got paid thousands of dollars just to moan. Anyways,
To
that's
be
not it.
track number one. To be the first track.
Just the moan. Anyways, he had some lyric, and I was like, this it's nothing here. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, so I listened to them, and eight tracks. I'll listen to the rest. But I do feel like this track is reminiscent to this album is reminiscent to. I haven't listened to most Taylor Swift stuff, but it is definitely a breakup album, and it's like a if you want to be in your feels, if you're in this, like you're gonna feel a lot from it. If you're not, you're gonna be like, and that's why I feel like it's very contradicting right now. People that are like, um, in a better place. Let's say like they're either in a relationship, whatever, or never experienced that hard of a breakup, or coming in this and like thinking it's gonna be like what's the last album that came out?
Midnights.
Midnights. Thinking it's gonna be similar to Midnights. Sadly mistaken. It is not similar to Midnights at all. It's a different theme, a different tone. Definitely very sad. Every song is very sad, at least from what I heard on the 8 tracks. Maybe you'll pick up. We'll see. I heard a song about my man with a golden retriever, like a golden retriever with tattoos, and I was like, MGK, is that you, brother? You coming back after Eminem like roasted your ass with Haley?
Is MGK
Anyways,
on this album?
no, he's not.
Oh.
I just thought of like the whole time I was listening to that song, I just kept thinking of MGK because I was like, blonde haired dude with tattoos. Um, but
You
yeah, I
know,
do. Go ahead.
blonde hair and tattoos isn't specifically just for MGK. That's a lot of people.
A lot of
It could be John Mayer. I don't know.
it could be Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. You know what? I stand corrected. It could be Chris Brown. I was like, he don't got blonde hair. You know what? People dye their hair these days. You're
You
right.
know what? So I'm gonna do my due diligence. I'm gonna listen to the remaining hour and a half of this album. I'll report back in next week. But all right, let's get into the state of hip hop. Martin, what the fuck is happening? Other than P Diddy getting caught by the FBI and
Well,
then
his
fleeing the
first problem
country and
was that
coming
he
back.
couldn't stop and he wouldn't stop. I feel like if you don't say you can't stop, won't stop, you wouldn't be in that scenario. Because now you're into R. Kelly realm, and we don't want to talk about that. We can't talk about that anymore. But I will step in the name of love until I die. That being said,
You
he
played
was
it at your
caught.
wedding.
We did. We stepped all the way in the name of love. This was after he got canceled too, so I'm a real one.
And look, the aunties need to listen to it.
I was like, that's the only way to get them up. They sitting in the chair. They're like, "Ooh, is that my boy Robin? I'm about to get it." I'm like, "You better sit down. You know he's hitting on girls." Uh, sorry, children. Anyway, the state of hip hop today is insane. I know a lot of you guys listen to the podcast know about Drake and J. Cole. They came out with the song First Person Shooter. If you haven't heard it, get from under that rock. It was a great song, and most people listened to it. They were just like, "Oh, you know what? Drake's verse was trash. J. Cole carried that song. It was an awesome album, awesome song, awesome track. It's the only thing that on Drake's album that was really good was First Person Shooter. People listened to it, and they didn't think anything about it. J. Cole made a statement like, everyone's talking about who's the GOAT. Is it K. Dot? Is it Aubrey? Which is Drake or me? They're saying we're the big three. The big three. These are the three best people in rap right now. Kendrick Lamar heard this song and he was like, they taking shots at me. Did they take shots at him? I don't know. But he was just like, fuck the big three. It's big me. He said the rest of them don't matter. He said that there's no one on my level, essentially, in the song Like That. It was on Metro Booming and who else? Was it Future? Future and Metro Boomin's album?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Yeah. I can't remember. Like, we don't like you, or we don't talk about you, or we don't trust you. We don't trust you. That's the name of the album. We don't trust you. He had a song called Like That, which is really popular. It uses the song. I don't know if you guys ever seen the show Gumby.
Gumby?
Yes.
So it uses the intro as a sample for the song.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, so if you listen to the Gumby theme song, it's like Gumby, like I can't remember what it is, but they use that as a track, and it was like, he was once that dog from around that way.
What song is this?
Yeah, so listen to Like That. Actually, you know what? Am I going to get canceled? Copyright infringement? I don't
Maybe.
know.
You
We're
can
going
put
to try.
30 seconds. You can do 30 seconds.
All right, 30 seconds. It's not like I had this ready to go for when I started talking. I didn't. I had Taylor Swift up. Catherine.
Thank you.
I'm actually a Swiftie. I listen to like 5 songs.
I was actually impressed that both of you knew as much as you did.
Oh,
That's not Gumby.
oh. Sorry, Gumby.
Meanwhile, my ass. Hey, yo, when they gonna put Kirby as the track, though?
This isn't the Gumby I remember. There it is.
Is that really the Gumby track?
Yeah, that is the Gumby track.
That was 5 seconds.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to play it close. My
Look, we'll put it in
is
the comments below.
We'll put the Gumby track on the long. But yeah, basically Kendrick Lamar made a comment that said like, "Fuck canines. I'm gonna put you in a pet cemetery." I don't remember the whole thing because I'm drunk. We should have had this. We should have started recording before I started drinking. That's the problem.
That's true. It always is a problem.
But I think that in Drake's album, Drake's album was called "For All the Dogs."
For all the dogs.
for all the dogs. And Kendrick Lamar said, "Fuck all the canines. I'll see you in Pet Cemetery." Basically saying he's killing all the dogs, saying that he's going to destroy Drake. Now, since then, Drake came out with another diss track, well, with a diss track for Kendrick. And this is where I kind of stopped paying attention for the most part because, life was life and I had to go get a house
That's
situation figured
true.
out. But he basically said, Kendrick, you can't be stomping on shit when you wear size 7 shoes. And then he was like, but he didn't take that as an opportunity just to shit on Kendrick. He started shitting on everybody else in the rap game. He was like, also, Metro Boomin, shut the fuck up and go make some drums. All he does is make beats. He's just like, shut up and go make some drums. And everybody who follows it was just like, oh my god, he told him to make drums. This is like so insane. This is so fucking funny. And it is funny because all he does is just make beats. So like he can't just come back and start rapping
No.
because he's not a rapper. He has to make a beat for people to rap on to hate against Drake. But the only way you can hate on him and have someone else rap is to play some drums.
Hey, yo, you can do anything with AI nowadays, bro. So honestly, he can get an AI to rap on his beat.
It's funny you mention that because people on like TikTok have taken to using AI to make like rap disses. So there was an AI generated one for Kendrick, like as a rebuttal, and people thought it was really Kendrick responding to Drake's. And it was like, it went so hard. I was like, yo, Kendrick went ham on this. I was like, yo, he's going hard. And then the creator came out, he's like, actually, I use AI to do this. Let me show you how I did it. And I was like, you bitch. Because I was like, he is going ham. And then they also did the same thing with Drake, where Drake had AI. Someone used Drake's voice as AI and made it hate.
Look,
Made
man,
it this.
don't get
Yeah,
Drake ideas. My man already using ghostwriters. My bad. I said that out loud. I'm sorry. Was it news?
well, it's funny because that's what Rick Ross was basically saying in his hate song. He was like, he uses ghostwriters all the time. He also he said that Drake hates being black because he got a nose job to make himself look more white. Like, the rap beef is so crazy right now, and it was so bad to where J. Cole was caught in the crossfires from Kendrick, and he was like, "Listen, y'all, this isn't my brand. I don't want any smoke. I really love Kendrick. I love Drake. I love everybody, and I'm trying to bring peace to the world." Oh no, he made a hate song called, I can't remember the hate song he made because he deleted it.
Mm-hmm.
He said might delete later, and he deleted it.
Where's J. Cole been? I feel like I haven't heard of him since like early 2000s.
Well, his whole career is down the drain after his latest attempt. He had made Mike Delete that it came out 2 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Honestly, the album was actually pretty solid. Then he had like a diss track at the end. It was basically like Kanye's Last Call, where he just like went in on Kendrick Lamar saying that he had one good album, his other stuff was like garbage, blah blah blah. And Kendrick came back and was just basically like, "Fuck you, J. Cole." J. Cole was like, "I don't want no smoke. I don't want no beef. I'm trying to bring peace to the world. Like, I love all humans. God created us in His image, and I love every person that loves God." And he kumbaya shit.
Damn.
Everybody, there are some people. The J. Cole fans were like, you know what? That's a stand-up guy right there. Like, he stood out. He didn't want to create hate between more black artists. Like, this is great. Me? You a coward, bro.
Yep.
Like, why would you get into the whole rap game, make a diss track, and then be like, you know what? I'm bowing out. It's a coward. And then delete the song from being streamed. He took it off of all streaming platforms, so you will never hear it again unless you go on YouTube. And then
Bruh.
he'll pull it off of that for copyright infringement. Like, weak.
It is weak. It is weak. And all right, I want to bring this question to both of y'all, or for the class. I want to bring it for the class. With the state of music now, hip hop, T Swift, where do you guys think, as music lovers? Oh no.
I love that I did this, Jermaine started doing it, and now Catherine also got her hands ready.
I'm
All right.
listening.
Like, where as music lovers, do you think the state of music right now, with all the controversy, regardless of the controversy and stuff, like, do you think there's space? I'm gonna say this one. Do you think there's space for newer artists?
Yeah, yeah. I think there's space. What do you mean space? Like,
I
can a new
guess
artist come forward? Because Cardi B wasn't always here.
it's true.
You have all this new rap, like
Hmm.
Lil Baby, and I can't keep up with all the new. I think it sounds like garbage. I think I'm getting
Yeah,
older.
all
So
right,
new
there we
music.
go. That's what I'm
Okay.
getting
I
at.
know.
Like,
I know this is what you were looking for. I hear all this new music like Pop Smoke, and they're just like.
all
I'm
right,
like,
look, don't come and pop smoke like off.
Wait. Okay.
oh,
Wait.
is
No, I'm
this you?
fucking with you.
I'm going to interrupt you both because I have so many things to say. First of
Way to be
all,
like a man.
yeah,
Sheesh.
I know. Uh, first of all,
Taurus energy right there.
uh,
Tell me you're a Virgo and tell me you're a Virgo. Sheesh. Go ahead.
That was good.
that was good. Okay, first of all, I was reading this article about how I think I'm 98% sure that it was Cardi B hasn't put out an album. She's only dropping singles, and they were saying that that's like the new thing, that artists aren't putting out albums anymore. They're just dropping singles. Genius, but like not, in my opinion, not as artistic. It's more about like marketing. Uh, but hold on. I had so many trains of thoughts. Okay. We also skipped over Beyonce, just released a new album within the last 2 weeks. Did you guys listen to that at all?
You know what? I listened to one song.
Was it
Look, I
Texas
got some
Hold'em?
homework to do. I got some homework to do. The Beehives and the Swifties coming at me. And Martin probably, because I'm sure you didn't listen. Martin didn't even know about the Homecoming album. Yeah, I think you're on the bus.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I knew about the Homecoming album. I just didn't like that she ruined a good song. Listen, I'm gonna speak honestly. I think Cowboy Carter was a great album. Personally, I didn't listen to the whole thing. I love that she's trying to break into country,
No,
and I
no,
think
no,
that more
no.
black.
That's the whole point. It's not country.
It's not?
No, she like talks about how it's country, but it's Beyonce. She's not trying to do country. She's doing like the evolution of different styles of music. Okay, keep going.
I hate
Sorry, I didn't
artists.
mean to interrupt you. I'm gonna let you finish, but I just have a lot of feelings about it.
You gonna let me finish? Let me finish. All right. Sheesh.
Vultures, best album of the year. Let me stop.
I mean, you're not wrong with that comment. We're gonna get back to that, but she had songs for different genres, whatever. She had that one song like "This Ain't Texas,
Yeah.
This Ain't Photo," and that's the song that was the most popular on her album. That's why they're like, "This is a country album." It was a country song. It was the best song on her album, and a lot of people in the country circuit was like, "We're not letting these naggers get into." It's the same thing that happened with. It's the same thing that happened with Lil Nas X with what do you call it? I told you long ago, whatever it
I
was.
thought it was to take my horse to the Old Town Road.
Oh
The
yeah, that's
thing.
what it was. Old Town Road. It was the same thing. They were like, that song's horrible. And then you had Miley Cyrus's dad, Billy Ray Cyrus, hop on that song. And they were like, this is a good song. I like his verse.
He
I
said he
like
got
his
the
verse.
horses in the back.
You got horses in the back. I
Don't. Honestly, you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead.
that darky, he had other things in his back. And I was like, listen, I know he can't he had two strikes for country music lovers. He was black and he was gay. And they were like, this doesn't speak to me. But it's a damn catchy song. It's a damn catchy song. But it's crazy because country music started and it has roots of like hip hop, it has roots of like rap, it has roots of blues and all of that. It all comes from the same genre.
Mm-hmm.
So to say that it's owned by a specific group of people just isn't true.
Well, that's the whole point of Beyonce's album, though.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that these people are taking, not these people, because I sound no better than the people I'm talking about, but you know, people are assholes. Like, I feel like no matter who you are, like, if there's a white dude who came out with like a Jamaican track, there's actually a white dude who does that, and I think it's the best thing.
Yes.
Have you seen him?
Yes.
I mean, it's insane. It's insane, but it's so good. And I was just like, man, props to you. It's not appropriation because people like to put that appropriation card. I don't think that it's appropriation personally. I might get canceled. I might get canceled with all my brothers and sisters, but I don't think it's appropriation. Art's art, and I think it's great.
Right.
As long as you ain't blackfacing, we good.
I agree with that statement. I definitely agree with that statement. I haven't listened to.
Correction. Like, I want to correct my previous statement. As long as you ain't blackfacing and dropping N bombs, we good.
That's true.
I like to strike that from the record. I'm kidding. I'm done.
Not doing that. So you listened to the Beyonce album, Catherine?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So what did you think of it? I have not listened to it because I have no stake in the race. I just heard the samples from the. I don't even know the song title. Just like the Texas whatever. Was it Texas Hold'em?
Yeah, that was like the single that got really popular.
Yeah. So that's the only one. So what did you think of the album?
I was blown away. I really, really liked it. Listening to it from beginning to end, like, I don't. Why'd you laugh at that?
No, he's laughing at something.
No, I'm laughing at. I'm looking at her track list, and I'm like still scrolling, and I was just like, "This is a long album." And then I look at the time, and I'm like, "Oh, it's only an hour and 18 minutes. Way shorter than Taylor Swift's album."
I got some work to do this week.
I'm so excited for the homework this week. I can't wait to hear what you guys think.
All right, we gotta give her homework too. You gotta listen to Vultures.
Okay.
Ooh, you gotta listen to it 3 times, but the second time you listen to it, you got to be on top of a mountain, and you have to sit Bodhi.
Don't make fun of me, but I'll do it.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm being serious. It really gives you perspective into the mind of a genius. He might be crazy. He might be anti-Semite, but
that album's not gonna age well. There's a lot of stuff. It came out at the wrong
He has
time.
like one comment that's not very semi-anti-Semitic, and people wrote him off entirely for it. And I was like, honestly, it's not that bad. He just basically said that they're built with money. Like,
oh my god. I
know it's a stereotype, but is it really insulting? It's a positive thing. I wish that the black stereotype was we were good with money.
We got a good stereotype as black men.
And it's not true. That's the problem.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot that my job on this podcast is to make sure that we don't get canceled.
Look, I've been listening to the podcast this past couple months, like other podcasts this past couple months. Bro, no one gives a fuck anymore. I'm like, what is happening? Like, people just out of pocket. They're like, yeah, we're over the 2022 era. We got going at 2023 right now. It's 2024. Oh God, I'm old.
You are old. We can't hang out this year. We gotta wait till 2025 for a good hangout.
Apparently, but see, the beauty about music, it connects everyone. Even if you are far away, near, far. Like, now it sounds like a fucking Christmas carol. Regardless, we got a lot of homework to do. Before we go, I want to know Catherine's opinion on just how, with our journey, because we always talk about mental health and stuff like that. The beef is funny, it's fun, stuff like that. How did the album for you make you feel after all the work that you've gone through? Like, did it bring up some stuff, some triumphs, some things that you're like, man, I got through it and I'm gonna be okay? Like, or even just like, I'm fucking sad. Like, can you talk about that and give our listeners some insight if they go down this rabbit hole of Taylor Swift 2 hours and 15 minute album? And they probably did if they're Swifties, but if they're not, what can you give them?
The most profound thing to me is just that like someone really nailed exactly how it exactly how I was feeling, and I don't know, it's really even hard to put into words, but it just like it took me to the feeling, and I don't know. For me, I didn't feel so alone. I was like, oh, like I don't know. Someone gets it. Someone's been here before. Yeah,
Mm.
still processing a little bit, but yeah,
That'll be
this
your
shit is
homework
hard,
for next
man.
time.
Yeah, this shit is really hard. And so, as much as people hate on Taylor Swift, it was just nice to like have something to help process more feelings and to like get through it, I guess. I don't know, it
Mm.
just really hit right on what I've been feeling.
Awesome. So, guys, if you haven't
No,
heard,
no,
go ahead.
no.
All right, Martin. Before I ain't gonna hold you.
Because we're not going to sit here and talk about Taylor Swift's new album and ignore Vultures 1. I know Vultures 1 came out a long time ago.
Oh yeah, look. How'd that make you feel? You know,
Yeah,
I got
I
you. I
would like
got you.
to
I'm gonna
hear.
bring on my
I'm holding space for you to share how you feel about vultures.
Listen, drop the space because I'm taking the space. All right.
Kanye fan through and through.
I Vultures 1. I heard it the first time. My first opinion, I was like, man, this is not his best work. And I remembered that when I first listened to it, I was working and I was in a bad headspace. And you can't listen to an album with a bad headspace and really give it a chance. You're gonna whatever mood you're feeling in that moment, you're gonna apply it to the album. You're gonna be like, oh, this was bad because I was in a bad headspace. I listened to it away from the scenario I was in where I was working. I was off work. It was a Friday. I was off work. I was just chilling, listening, and I was like, you know what? Kanye West's music is just an affirmation. It's an affirmation that you can get through everything. He's just basically saying that you're the shit. Well, he's saying he's the shit. But if you personify it to yourself, you're like, oh, you know what? I'm the shit. I can do everything that I want to do, that I strive to be. Like, I can be great. And I think that that's a great message. I know that some of his antics, some of the things outside, or his thought processes are outside the box. I think, well, I'm not going to say outside the box. I'm gonna call it like it is. He does say some racist or you know
You say out of
triggering things.
pocket. He out of pocket.
He's out of pocket in his personal life, but sometimes he says something. I'm just like, you know what? Facts, facts, and I know he's mentioned in the same breath as like Joe Rogan, where it's like you say one bad thing and you're irredeemable, you cancel them entirely. And I just feel like people don't want to listen to people who have contrary opinions of them.
I'm going to
Okay.
say I'm really glad that you spoke up because that actually makes sense now. And I understand, I have a better understanding of your like passion for Kanye by speaking up because he personifies things. And it's the same thing with Taylor Swift. Like, she really personifies a lot of things that I experience. So, separating the like person from the art per se, like,
Hmm.
that was a really good way to phrase it. And I appreciate it.
That was big of you. I wish I was as big as you are, because I think Taylor Swift. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No. I think that no. I mean, yeah, it's valid, and I think
Yeah.
that I came in throughout my whole life. I was very people pleasing. I was very like, I'm going to say the right things. I'm going to fit into this box. I'm going to do what everybody wants me to say. Do what everybody wants me to do. And the idea of Kanye kind of contradicts that. It's like, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do, you can be a free thinker. You can think for yourself. And I like that. That's what he represents to me, that you don't have to appease everybody and say the right things. You can be a contrarian. You can be like, well, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't understand why this group of people, not group of people, but this person does things a certain way, and you speak up on it. And it's like how you stand up for yourself in like a work environment too. You're like, this doesn't make sense. I'm gonna call it out, and if I get chastised for it, it is what it is. But I'm not gonna leave things unsaid and just deal with being sad. I'm not gonna let people take advantage of me. And for me, that's what Kanye represents to me, because he's not going to just be like, oh, I'm being taken advantage by the media industry. He's going to be like, no, this is what they did. This is how I feel about it. And just speak it, or say it out loud. So he kind of got me out of that people pleasing mindset. So it's therapy for me. Music is
No.
therapy. I think that the same thing with you and Taylor Swift. You're personifying with it, and just like I had 808 and Heartbreaks when I was going through a rough time, the artist, the poet, something
Torture Poet
Torture
Department.
Poet Society.
Why is it
Whatever.
so long? Anyways, but continue.
808s and Heartbreaks rolls off the tongue. Torture Poet Society.
Yeah.
The anthology, anthropology,
No. But
the biology. The sociology. Okay, I'm done. But yeah, that's what Kanye represents to me. People are just like, yo, I don't appreciate him. I don't like things he does, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna say I condone a lot of his actions, but I do condone the fact that he's the free thinker that I want to be, and I'm trying to embody that, being true to what I feel and how I feel and speaking up about it. And that's kind of what this podcast is. This podcast is also us saying what we're feeling, saying what we're going through, and just being honest about it, being candid. And we need more candid moments in our lives. We don't need to be held to a different standard and worried about getting canceled. Like, if I think
are you worried
I
about getting
cancel
canceled?
myself, I cancel myself. You know what? I'm not gonna
Great
say.
job. Yes.
I'm not gonna say what type of people and what I don't understand, because I can't say that I'm gonna get canceled. I don't understand the transgender movement personally. I'm not saying that I don't want to understand it. I just don't understand it. That's all I'm saying. I don't understand it, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Hopefully, someone can enlighten me. Like, it's not even like a negative towards it. It's just I don't get it, and I want to be educated on it. But that's it.
Well,
That
look.
being said, I had a couple drinks. But that being said, I do think that everyone should have equal rights. That's all I'm saying. I just personally can't wrap my head around it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, guys, like Martin's asked for it. If you want to educate them, leave us in the comments below, or you can send us an email. Before we even get into that, I want one more thing to say. Like, that's why we love music on this podcast, because it affects everyone so much differently, and it speaks to the emotions and the moments that you're going through. May it be T Swift, um, uh, why can't I Beyonce? Lord, I'm about to get killed. Beyonce or Kanye, like
You
any
hear that?
like what I know I can hear the buzzing. But any of those moments, any of those words or something, it speaks to you and it's very personal to you. And that's why we love music and we love talking about this stuff, especially when it comes up. Because one person might have an opinion, think it's weird, like, why do you like that thing? Another person, this speaks to them and their core. But as we wrap up, as Martin said, if you want to educate them, please let them know in the comments below. Or they can send us an email at
youadvicepodcast@gmail.com. You can also shoot us a DM at Unsolicited Counseling on Instagram and YouTube. You can also find the Unsolicited Counseling Podcast on Facebook.
All right, guys. And as always, we love you guys. We're here for you guys. One drink at a time, one episode at a time. Be easy, y'all.
Latest.